What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going a little bit more old school and we are going 12 exercises to help build strength for snowboarding. So we know we have a lot of snowboarders and skiers out here, so I want to get some videos for you guys. So like I said, 12 exercises for snowboard strength. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you subscribe to catch all of them. Hope you enjoy. All right, you guys, I think we're actually starting off this list with quite a bit of lower body. So kicking things off, we are gonna go a split squat. So I like a barbell split squat, but you can easily use a dumbbell. You can go goblet load for your split squat. You can also go like a suitcase down here. I like barbell a lot. It also is that like axial load. So it's a really good way to build up that like trunk control and stability. So you can go bar on the back, or you can also go, I don't wanna hit my mic, so forgive the form, but we're going like a front load right here, but just your typical split squat where I'm like that. You can even take it into a lunge. I love this though, because it's a unilateral exercise in nature. So what that means is we get to build up the strength in each leg, complementary as well. Stability is really important in these, right? That back leg is stabilizing as the front leg is working, really hammering the glutes. Stabilization as well is key, right? So one of the best ways to build your stability is to build your strength. So an exercise like a split squat is a great way to get that going. Number 2, we are sticking with the barbell. We are gonna go a front squat. So you could just stick with the front squat, or for this variation, we are gonna go an iso straight into reps, okay? So we're gonna load it up. Once again, forgive the form, I don't wanna hit my mic. We're gonna load it up right here, okay? We're gonna hold this for maybe 6 to 8 seconds, and then we're gonna get into our front squats right after. So the reason we're doing this is a lot of the times in snowboarding, we're in that position right here where we're just holding this, okay? So when we hit that iso, we're working on being able to hold this position, work through that fatigue. It's also great for structural tissue, for motor unit recruitment, right? So we get those higher threshold motor units, those bigger boys in there starting to work a little bit. Like I said, helps with the fatigue. And then we're going straight into reps. So a little bit more dynamic right after that. You don't have to go crazy heavy with that because that one kicks your butt pretty quickly. Number 3, we are gonna go a landmine curtsy lunge. You could also do this with a dumbbell. Most of these exercises you can also do with a dumbbell. You don't have to use a bar. I love using the barbell. But we're gonna be working this leg. I'm gonna lean in towards the landmine as I reach, and then I'm gonna drive up. So I'm here, I'm gonna drive up. As I'm going, I'm really loading it off this leg, especially that glute as I drive, right? So glutes are extremely important for lower body strength, for stabilization as well. It's really important to have glute strength to help, or like hip strength to help with the knees, right? You want to be strong here so those knees won't take the brunt, especially when our feet are locked in, right? If we hit kind of weird, we don't want that knee. We want our glute to be strong to help kind of tolerate those loads when we're going. So I love a curtsy lunge. Also, once again, great for trunk control, stability, especially as you're leaning in. You really got to call on everything to work together. Apparently we're staying with the landmine. We're gonna go a landmine skater squat. Once again, definitely can use a dumbbell for this. This is a unilateral exercise. Working this one. It's very similar to a reverse lunge in the sense that you put your other leg back. However, you're only using your front leg. The back leg, you're pretty much going down like this. So you're just like tapping it, and I'm driving up. I just like using a landmine with it. So I'm here, and then I'm back up. I'm leaning into it again, back up. This is an absolute lower body killer, right? Really targets the glute, really gets the quad going. Once again, trunk, that one's awesome. Next up, we are gonna go a lateral lunge with a dumbbell reach. So if you just do a regular lateral lunge, perfect. I just love this one to really target the adductors, right? The inner thigh. This is very important. Number 1, it's a very important muscle for overall leg development, but it's crucial for that extra stability as we're going. And if you snowboard, you're gonna know your adductors are gonna get fired up. So we want them to be strong, right? You want every muscle to be strong. So we're gonna hit that lateral lunge, and we're just gonna reach like this as we go. So make sure you have a very good lateral lunge before you get going in this, right? If you have to just start with working on lateral lunges, do that. But then if we can add that big reach here, we get that big stretch, right? We work in that frontal plane. This is an awesome option to build up the lower body. Number 6, we're gonna go a stability ball hamstring curl. So you're totally chilling if you just do a regular hamstring curl, dynamic. You can also hold an iso, right? Where you're getting up into, I'll go my left leg for you guys, where you're getting up into this position, just holding it. This one's great too, especially if you're working in that similar range, kind of holding like a half concentric, half activated portion. What we're gonna do is pulses, okay? So we're gonna be here, I'm gonna get here, and I'm just gonna go very small through my knee, just like that, strengthening that top portion, okay? What you can also do is up here, and then you go this side, where you don't extend all the way, and now you're working this bottom portion, hitting kind of those different those different ranges of motion, but you're holding that isometric with slight lengthening contractions, and that's gonna be very similar to what you're gonna have to use for snowboarding, using that hamstring, that glute, obviously as a strength option, but also as stability. So anything with a stability ball is fantastic. Number 7, very, very similar. We're gonna go a foam roller hip bridge. So the key with this one, it absolutely cooks your hamstrings, your glutes, yes. But this one also is great for your calves. Very important for snowboarding, okay? So you're gonna be here. We're gonna use the ball of our foot, right? Not the heel, ball of the foot. You're gonna drive up. As I'm up here, I'm trying to drive my toe down and trying to lift my heel, right? I'm not trying to let it drop that way. I'm here, so I'm squeezing, whoo, right? That one's really gonna fire everything up. We're gonna hold this as an isometric. Start off 10 seconds aside. You can work your way up. You can also get to where you're holding a load. Pretend my pencil's a dumbbell. I like to go opposite. So if my right leg is working, I'll hold the dumbbell like this. We can make some different adjustments with it. But like I said, drive with the ball of your foot, drive that toe down, lift that heel, fire up the lower limb. Do not neglect your lower limb if you're a snowboarder. All right, I think we are on number 8. We're going to cable pull press. So I actually use this one a lot with our baseball athletes, tennis, anything really involving rotation. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna be here, you're gonna allow this, too close. You're gonna allow it to pull out of here. I'm gonna pull this way, use my back hip, drive, and I'm gonna be stable at the top. Right here, boom. So love this one. Number 1, it's that rotational aspect, that trunk stability, being strong, really working that back, the rotator cuff, the shoulders as I pull, and then that dynamic ability to use that back hip to pivot, to stay strong, and to drive forward, to be stable at the top, right? As I'm here, I don't wanna start leaning, get too far back, because then when I go to press, I'm gonna be all off balanced. What I wanna do is be here, be able to pull, I feel like I'm doing Tai Chi when I do this really slowly, be able to pull, drive through that hip, and be tall at the top, be under control. Everything is how stable are we? And a lot of that comes through our trunk, right? Like I said, if I'm like here and I lean too far back, it's gonna pull me, I'm gonna go everywhere. Can I stack my things on my hips? Can I be strong? I'm so sturdy in this position. Granted, there's only 20 pounds on the cable, but I'm extremely sturdy because I'm down here and because I'm using my hip, I'm using my body in order to build that compounded strength. Next up, we are gonna go a rear foot elevated tidal tank side rip through. So right here, we're gonna get down, gonna be really strong on this leg, squeeze your butt, drive here. From here, I'm gonna take this and I'm going back and forth just like that. Core stays really tight, stay super stable. If you don't have a tidal tank or some type of like, oscillation thing, you can easily use a plate or a dumbbell right here, boom, back and forth. Oh boy, just like that, okay? The whole point, trunk stability, using your legs for stabilization, building strength, building stability through strength. So these are absolutely awesome. Number 10, we're gonna go a bird dog row. So this one, once again, feel like a broken record, fantastic for trunk control, full body stability and strength. So it's pretty much a dumbbell row, but from here, I'm gonna have one leg up and then I'm rowing like this. So massive amounts of trunk control as you go. Keep your form. Start light. That one gets heavy pretty quickly. So that's a really, really awesome one as well. Number 11, we're gonna go a single leg, single arm dumbbell overhead press. So right here, and press it up. Make sure your press is good form. As you're stabilizing, squeeze your butt, right? Slight knee bend. Can't really tell because I'm wearing sweats, but slight knee bend. I don't want to be like that all locked out, right? Slight knee bend here. Grab the ground with your toes. Really work to strengthen up your foot when you're doing all these. Drive it up. If you want to go barefoot, I love barefoot training. Train it in your socks. Drive it up. Core control. Make sure you get this hip up too, right? It's not just one of these or something like this. Right here. Drive it up. Get that hip lock. I want that triple flexion, toe up as well. You hear me mention training your lower limb. I don't want this. Something for snowboarding that's so critical is your anterior tib strength. By working areas like this, where I'm working that hip flexor by holding up my hip, right? I'm working my quad by holding up my leg, and by holding my toes up, my anterior tibs are firing. That's one of the best ways that we can just throw that into our training versus just doing like some stupid anterior tib raises that don't even work, right? Don't just go raises for days. Just right here, boom, hold it up, press, more dynamic, and it's gonna be better. Number 12, we're gonna go a cable chop and a cable lift. So we're starting with a lift. We're gonna go split stance. You can go half kneel. You can also go square, right? But we're gonna start down here. We're gonna raise it up and back down just like that. You can go here like this. Some people also like to go this way with it. Whoa. So figure out what you like, but that lift is from down to bottom, or geez, down to bottom. It's from bottom to top. And then if we go a chop, raise this up. We're gonna go here, same thing, you can go square, split, split, right here. Boom, we're gonna chop, just like that. Big pull, chop. You don't have to use a rope either. There's a bunch of other handles you can use for that, other attachments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, it's a little bit more old school for us, but we love this type of training. So hopefully you enjoy. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment. We'll catch you in the next one.